Half the village has gathered in front of yesterday's bride. The peasants are violently knocking on the gates. Looks like you've come just in time. The situation is
Come out, Agafia! Bring out your girl, that cursed witch!
I'll beat her so hard she'll bring our kin back right away. I heard it's a...
Why have you gathered here? It's late. Go back to your...
Who are you, girl?
She's a witch from Vilgard. Don't expect kind...
Well, let's beat her first. That'll probably remove the curse from the wedding guests.
Stop! There are no guilty people here. You're barking up the...
Never trust a witch. That's what my pa used to say.
It seems that the peasants are hostile. How can I convince them otherwise? You're Christian people. Why would you take this sin upon yourself?
Beating a witch or a cursed girl is not a sin.
You don't know what you're doing. The girl didn't send this curse.
Right. So you did it. You helped her?
I won't let you hurt the bride.
Now you've asked for it yourself.
The defeated peasants are groaning with pain because of your curse. You close the book, thinking this lesson will be enough. The bride... While hurrying to Vilgard, you walk onto the main road and see a dark whirlwind coming your way. In a moment... The last chort disappears into black flames. You can only... You carefully move along the silent street, looking at the carved windows of the rich houses. Suddenly, you hear
At least I remember you, right, Ili?
When will you stop already? You spawn of the... What if the left one and the right one pop up?
Well, they surely won't. They've forgotten about you. I've asked around, you know.
Damn. I wish I couldn't see you.
That's what I'm talking about. Precisely a century is almost up. And we've been doing so well. Wait. I smell something.
You decide to stay and listen to the end.
You didn't give me quarter, though. I told you. Count the dust. And you? It's all about cursing someone for you.
And how would you curse weddings without me, huh?
Yeah, those were the days. I stopped processions, all right. Only I'm going to hell for this.
I saved you from the inferno, didn't I? Just lie here. Later with that. I smell something foul. A light. Look, a witch is eavesdropping on us.
Well, we'll scrug her now.
There's a winding trail that leads through the gloomy woods to the place where cattle graze. For some reason, people call it a road. You cautiously look around and you step inside the inky shadows and look around. It's silent, and only the branches whisper something to... The bank is wrapped in a slippery fog. You look into the milky veil, expecting to see running wolf shadows, but notice only the swirls of the slippery haze. After looking around, you notice some wolf tracks on the sand, and a torn-up shepherd's accordion. The tracks are leading east and are lost in the forest fog. You follow them for some time, but you finally lose them, along with your sense of direction. This instrument obviously went through the paws of some wild beast. Its body is scratched with claws, and the bellows are torn to shreds. In the grills of the instrument, you find a broken wolf tooth. There's a drop near the road. It's notorious for the stories told of it. They say two bandits killed each other here in a dispute over money. It smells of rot and graveyard dampness at the bottom. You find 3 old graves here. You whisper a prayer and catch your breath. Even the bandits deserve peace. Even after sunset, the town is boiling with activity. The shops and stalls are open. Your eyes are dragged towards high stone domes and merchant houses almost against your will. You soon find a hunting shop old Yegor was telling you about.
Seek me out, girl, and I will grant you knowledge. I can help you gain a better grasp of your book and all the wisdom contained within.
Looks like the shop is closed.
Buy an amulet and a trinket. Buy a potion and drink it. You'll be as healthy as a boar. Demons fleeing from your roar.
We didn't see you at Mr. Nikolsky's house yesterday. Did something happen?
Oh, right. The Dvorovoys have lost the key, and I was left without it. I couldn't afford to show up like some kind of unkempt peasant girl now. What are you looking at, girl? By whose orders are you here?
I accidentally overheard your conversation. I can help. Even if the key is lost, I can give the right herb to those Cherdon women. What was that herb that opened lock? Father's Cross, perhaps? No, it's for something. Here, press this break herb onto the lock and it will open.
Open the lock with an herb? Are you jesting?
Wait. An Elwer helped my servants one time. He also used a herb. Everything is possible nowadays. Have you heard how the spiritual sense of Mr. S?
Yes, really. Thank you for your help. I've heard of the potential of folk remedies, but I wouldn't think it would be here. Buy yourself a pryanik.
You question the townswomen about your acquaintance.
I know who you're talking about. This family is...
I heard he's the son.
I think their family estate is somewhere in the suburbs.
A couple of tiny chorts are sitting on the drunkard's left shoulder. Perhaps this puny thing isn't worth a Zagavar. The moment you touch your book...
Lowest price around! Come get your newspaper!
Mr. Fairbanks? I need to question you about one of your buyers.
I don't care what you need.
A hunter had to buy supplies from you. His name is Irad.
A peasant girl doesn't belong here.
You curse the arrogant merchant.
How do you feel, Mr. Fairbanks? Are you well?
I can deal with you now. All right. I'll tell you, my rat lives on the edge of Cherden in the east. I haven't seen him in my shop for a long time. I don't know why you would need him, and I don't care. Well, don't just stand here in front of the shop. You've learned what you need, so go.
The welcoming light of the Hunter's Lodge is lost among the gloomy outline of pines at the forest's edge. The trees look like stern guardians, standing watch over the grim secrets of the forest. The host is standing near the house.
God bless.
Salam. Who are you?
I'm a granddaughter of Igor Churov, a knower from Big.
Vasilisa. Long time no see. Well, what brings you here?
I came for help. I need to go to the forest, track...
The wolves, you say?
You tell him about the events of the...
It so happens that I know. I'll help you. I've known Shuralev for a long time. I'll guide you through the forest.
You think the Liashe is to blame? But how will we find the wolf?
We will, Alabirga, we will. The wolves are gathering in the pack. They'll need a leader. I was thinking, where did so many wolves come from?
This man is to blame, Alexander.
Yeah. But he failed to protect. Now your wolves are running him. They could start attacking people. We need to hurry.
Grandpa told me you've known each other for a long time. So you know me as well.
I saw you when I visited Igor. You were little then. They didn't call him Old Igor then.
Did he help you?
He did. But all was not well. It's a long story.
You're hunting with a falcon? I don't remember hearing about...
Yeah, it's a rare skill. So what now? The curse is past.
Let me have a look at your bird.
The wound has almost closed, but the...
The falcon needs a herb, but which one would be good for a curse? I don't think we can manage without this. You need Peter's cross. I think we can find it nearby.
You search the closest glades, and soon find the herb you seek. Several
Thank Allah. Thank you, Vasilisa. Igor didn't study you in vain. Take it. I know the feather will be useful in a sorcery.
We need to hurry. They could scatter, and then we won't be able to find them.
It seems some of them are going towards the hunter. Be careful. It seems some of them are going towards the hunter. Be careful.
Several wolf-like figures emerge from the forest. The beasts do not waste any time for their attack. The wounded beasts retreat with fangs bared. With the help of a few old Zagavars, one of the attackers turns into a human. The rest of the beasts, who were ordinary wolves,
Allah, it's true. He turned back.
What's going on?
I wish that were the case. You had a curse on you. Now you're safe.
Good. Thank you, Vasilisa.
We saved one. How many are left?
Yes, we need to stock up on herbs to break the curse.
You can find the herbs all over the forest. Let's rest a bit and get going. Follow me.
What a cause he's...
Hush, Proshka. You'll scare...
He won't hear anything. Not unless I want to. If I'm dealing with a regular human, he won't know a thing that he thinks I'm purring. Ha! Don't worry. We'll catch your friends and put them on a nice
It's not funny. What if they've already tried some wool?
Then all the better reason for the chain.
Proshka.
It's better to go in the dark. We may not be able to find werewolves during the daytime.
Did Grandpa help you in the past?
There was this incident with Shorale, but I wasn't. Maybe it's for the better that you showed up. With the nowhere, we'll be able.
I need a magic herb. Do you know where they can grow?
To the east of Kolva, all the forests are old, all with masters. That means you'll find your herb there.
How will we search for wedding guests?
We'll follow their tracks. Ala Berga, we'll trek. Looks like they went to Palutstone. We'll find them there.
Several steps over old moss are enough for the constant murmur of fir branches to cover you entirely. Before you, you see a circle made of meadow flowers is in the middle of the village. Accompanied by a cold wind, the old secrets the grim fir branches. Hayrat notices a wolf footprint among the rotten boards and impassable nettle. He says a lot of beasts. In the corners of the abandoned rooms, you see stoves like stone dead men. You peek into one izba and then into another. The village is abandoned. Ayrat leads you along the wolf tracks. Sometimes he lets his falcon fly, and it seems to help him stay on the right path. The moss under your feet grumbles with every step. You step sideways from the path the hunter leads you along, and hear a warning shout. But it's too late. A ravine opens beneath your feet. In the trembling light of the dying fire, you see a fisherman fighting a wolf pack. He tries to get away on a boat. The rest of the wolves scatter. Looks like there were no werewolves among them. The grateful fisherman gives you all... A gloomy river has slowly filled this glade, turning it into a rotting sore. You notice a black figure that jumps from hillock. Greedy swamp sludge grabs onto you when you try to catch up to the strange shadow. It's a werewolf. You call out to the wolf. Shaggy fir trees are hugging a roughly built house, as if they are trying to close up a wound on the mossy bed of the forest. You are able to find some cuckoo's tears flowers and pick them, while the tracks lead to a foggy ravine and disappear near its edge. You stop. Hunters often store supplies in case of a rainy day. Likewise, in this izba, you find a bark box with canned goods. You stealthily put the supplies in your bag. A slimy fog flows at the bottom of this ravine. First, you hear hissing, and then a man emerges from the...
God helps.
God helps. Let the wolf go. It's no ordinary beast.
I'm not playing games with you, girl. I can see that you are... These werewolves is my prey. So if you want to leave here alive, don't stand in my way.
Listen, give me this werewolf, and I will lift his curse. Why do you want him anyway?
Lift the curse? So what? As soon as he entered my ravine, I saw by his eyes that I'll lift the curse myself as soon as we... And if I make him human now, I'll have to watch over him. If he's on a chain like this, he'll run there by himself.
So you want a reward? Will you accept it from my hands?
Why not? I have the herbs I need right here. Do you have rubbles?
Be it as you wish. Give me the chain.
The Khaldun tosses you the chain and the magic herb, after which he disappears into the fog. You lift the curse.
Vasilisa, what happened? Where are we?
You were turned into a wolf, and then a snake Khaldun nearly took you.
You tell the girl about the recent events and help her get to the road leading to Pakcha. The closer you are to Palyut, the grimmer the hunter becomes. This is also reflected in the falcon. The bird becomes weaker, as if its malady is returning. The wolf path, a tall man walks between the opening branches. A beast following him obediently turns out to be only a cub. You can make out leftover. The man strides on, and you try to follow him. It seems for a moment the werewolf recognizes you, but after the stranger's touch, his eyes become those of a beast.
Wait, isn't that cursed Petka?
God helps. Who are you?
The man looks at you sullenly and doesn't say a word. You don't feel the presence of demons.
Let the wolf cub go. It's not a beast. You hear?
The man doesn't pay you any attention and walks on.
Petka, it's me, Vasilisa. Remember?
The cub looks at you, but doesn't recognize you. There's nothing human.
Maybe I can remind Petka that he's not a wolf. Look what I found, Petka. Don't you want to banish some Kolduns?
The cub runs to you sheepishly. The stranger watches Petka with gloomy eyes, but doesn't try to stop him.
You! Let the wolf cub go!
The stranger raises his furry fists and gets ready for a fight. When you feel that you've won the battle, the stranger runs away towards Palyud with inhuman speed. He leaves the wolf cub behind.
Ah, damn. He escaped.
I think we can catch him. We're following the tracks, right?
Yeah. He won't. Let's camp here. We need to catch her breath.
The Bashkir frowns and starts to make a fire. All that's left for you, you approach the werewolf boy. His eyes are silently begging you for help. You perform the ritual, and the wolf cub turns into Petka. The boy loses.
We're getting close. I say this with all my divinating Susietka authority.
Can you divine anything else?
Nah, I've always been bad at foretelling. Who is? The other Susietkas are also guessing, and they you. Don't worry, Vasya. We'll help you and yours. Still, you should stock up on Cuckoo's tears. We're getting close.
Can you divine?
Nah, I've always been. Who is? Don't worry, but still, you should.
Where are we? I can't remember. It's hard to speak. Seems unfamiliar.
Have you seen other wedding guests?
I can't remember. It's like it was we were back in here, as if called by someone. We ran. Then I met an old man. He took me. The others are still near. I still feel it.
Who was that man with you?
The old man. He was bringing me home. I heard everything in the forest with them. We heard you too.
How do you feel?
I can't remember. I used to live in the village. How much time has passed?
The boy stares at the flames without blinking. It seems that he is lost in his thoughts.
You weren't very surprised by the spirit.
It's not my first day in the forest. I've seen things.
So now we climb the mountain?
The werewolves are running to the pack leader. I know the way. I'll guide you. Rest now.
Who was that man? He doesn't look like a chort.
This was Shurale from Palud. Who else? I would recognize him in any form. Werewolves run towards him. If knowers of priests don't turn them back, a person due to me disappeared once. And old Leshi didn't give her back anyway. He took her for himself. He was afraid to show himself to me. Now we're going to try.
Was it long ago that old Yegor helped you?
Long ago, when the charter didn't help, we found my wife. But it was too late.
Be wise and go forth. Knowledge will serve as your daily bread.
After several hours of rest, you go on your way. Among the forests, at the foot of Palud, you almost forget that Cherdin is somewhere near. This forest, evil spirits pull you out of your thoughts. You see their burning eyes among the trees. You stop, feeling witching forces near one of the old pines. You look up. Its branches reach to the skies, and it seems the hunter says the pack caught a mighty moose here. They dragged it somewhere to the east. You come closer to the tree. Its heavy branches hide you from the outer world. You feel that you have entered an ancient place of an alien power. You follow your witch's sense and study the old. The hunter says the pack caught a mighty moose here. They dragged it. The hunter says the pack caught a mighty moose. You smell blood as moonlight shines over the wolves gorging themselves in a wild feast. Some of the beasts have red eyes. The sated wolves don't interfere with you when you approach the werewolf. You start to whisper the ritual words, but quickly realize that you can't bring back a werewolf who has tried animal food. The beast tries to bite you, and you jerk your hand away. Irat continues to lead you along the tracks. Soon, the path is surrounded by overhanging trees that look like church walls. You insist on finding another way, and the Bashkir reluctantly agrees. You hear the gentle gurgling of a creek nearby, as well as the steady sighing of branches. You can feel evil spirits. Ahead, you open the book and attack the demon before she has time to flee. The creek greedily drinks the body of the drowner, which slowly vanishes. You cross over it. The mountain top is already close. Not far from the top of Palude, you find a glade, basking in the moonlight. It's close to the drop, opening to the...
Are you ready to take on the Leshy?
Well, we didn't came all this way for nothing.
I don't think so. You're not. They ruined your wedding. And you let him sleep near the foot of the mountain. We cannot let him escape. I know what we should do. The Leshy draws his power from the forest. Pollute. We need to set the trees on fire. We will light the one here. Well, what do you think?
This plan you've thought up is a sin. This forest feeds you.
All right. You do as you like.
Boss, I'm scared. When are we going back?
Stop whining. Be glad you're alive.
The boy bites on his lip and hides his tears behind the torn sleeve of his shirt.
Sheridan is somewhere out there. Can't make it out from here.
The trail leads to the very top. The iron smell doesn't bode well. You start to speed up, but notice a werewolf ahead of you and stop. His grinning face is missing a fang, and his eyes have almost no traces of humanity left. The werewolf closes the distance. It looks at you sullenly, measuring your power.
It will be difficult for me to reach the human inside. How do I address him? Nikolai, don't you remember?
The wolf bares his teeth and attacks you. The beast collapses at your feet. It seems he's still breathing, but his strength... After a moment, the wolf turns into Fedka, the accordion player.
Oh, my lord. What's going on?
The wedding was cursed. The groom and some other people were transformed. All will be well soon.
The wedding? Nikolai's? Oh, I must have drunk too much at the wedding feast the other evening.
What's the last thing you remember?
We were talking on the wagon.
Well, at least you still have your memory. You haven't eaten any wolf food. I made it.
Lord, help me. Where up? Did I hit my head or something?
Wait, Fyodor. We'll talk later. Look after him while I take care of some other business. Don't follow me. It's dangerous up.
All right.
I'll explain later.
Near the peak, you see the inky black mouth of a cave, standing in contrast to the ruthless wildfire around it. Ayrat is waiting for you by the entrance, looking thoughtful.
Shuralia won't get away from us. He'll have to answer for the wedding, as well as for my falcon.
Are you insane? You're burning the same forest that feeds you!
Feeds me? Feeds me, you say? So what of it? What of my life? What of someone else's life? When I won't serve as cattle to be fattened up for the butcher. Look into the ravine. Do you see the darkness? Let all you priests go there with the candles. They won't make it go away. Do you think we can bargain with it? It won't make a sound. It's wild as a night, as the northern wind. What are we to it? Undergrowth, rot. You can't bother.
Ayrat.
No! Would your wedding be cursed without this demon? Would your friends become wolves? I think not. It wanted it. It got it. And now, it's feeding on their souls.
Ayrat. You try to catch up to the hunter, but he escapes you as if in a dream. The fiery darkness smells of blood and burning wood. In the deep of the cave, you find the wolf. The pack leader loses his strength and finally falls to the stone floor. In a minute, his figure disappears in the smoke of the burning taiga. You approach. Nikolai opens his eyes, and before you can say anything, the black book flies out of your hands. The seal breaks with a flash and clash of force. You look around. It seems as if the fire has combined with ancient sorcery to begin to destroy this cave.
Hold on! The cart's about to turn over! Vasilisa! What? Fire?
Jesus Christ, you remember. So you haven't eaten anything. That's at least one good piece of meat.
I think wife and I, we were on our way to get married.
That's right. We were cursed. I couldn't protect you.
Cursed? How? Where are we?
The procession has turned to wolves, Kolya. I think the cave is about to collapse. I'll explain everything later. We need to get out of here. Nikolai! Hey! Is there anybody there? Proshka? This fog is so cold. I need to get out. I think Cherden is to the west. Right. But where's west? Maybe if I can come to a glade, I will be able to tell.